What's up, guys? Welcome back to Make It Yourself. In this week's video, we're gonna revisit the gift that keeps on giving. What's that gift? My front tire that just won't quit leaking. I'm hard-headed, so you know I've got another plan. Let me share with you what I'm trying to do. Alright guys, so if you've been watching, you know I've dealt with this at least twice on this particular bike. And the last time I thought I was good to go, and then about 2 weeks later I found my bike was leaking air again out of the front tire. So I went through the process of breaking the bead, cleaning up the surface as best as I could. I tried first with a Scotch-Brite pad, and then I also tried with some like 400 grit sandpaper to smooth it out a little bit. And yeah, I cannot get this thing to stop leaking from the bead. So I'm on to my last my last step before I turn it over to somebody else or who knows, that's what I keep saying, but I can't help myself, right? Anyhow, so what I'm switching to is bead sealer. And so this is, well, I guess depending on the brand or whatever, they make a liquid or whatever. Some of it is like rubberized or something like that, but essentially you put this in between the tire and the bead of the rim, and it creates a better bond, right? This one here is, I forget the brand, Extra Seal. So there's a couple brands out there. I went with this one. This one kind of recommended itself if you're dealing with older pitted wheels, stuff like that. And not that this wheel is really that old. It's a 2017. Looking at it, even after sanding, there's still a lot of like discoloration, and my bike's stayed outside all the time. I'm starting to think that maybe there is some corrosion in there that is preventing the tire from sealing up properly. So we're gonna add this in and see if that resolves our problem. I've already got the bead broken, so really I'm just gonna get some clamps on here to push this down so I can get the brush. So there's a brush in here, and we'll put it in, flip the tire over. I've got the bead already broken on the other side as well, and we'll coat that, fill it up with air, and see how we go. All right, this should be a quick video. I don't know. We'll see. So let's take a look at the instructions first. All right, before I get myself in any kind of trouble, I just wanted to see what the instructions say. So it actually says product contains heptane natural rubber latex. So yeah, this has got that rubbery compound or whatever to it. It says to clean the tire and rim sealing area from any from any debris, dirt, or residue, which I've done my best I can. And then it says brush, apply a light coat of bead sealer on the outside of the tire bead sealing area. Avoid puddling or bubbling. I'm not sure what the bubbling is, but definitely know the puddling one. And then reinflate tire and carefully check for leaks. If needed, apply a second coat. I'm hoping I don't have to do a second coat. So let me get my clamps on so we can access both the rim and the tire easily with this brush. Depending on you and your wheel, you might want to, we'll take a look at the brush, but I'm just thinking like you might want to protect your wheel. I don't know what this stuff looks like, so you wouldn't want to get it on your wheel. It doesn't tell you how to clean it up, or at least I didn't see it, so I don't know. I'm gonna grab some gloves and let's put the clamps on. All right guys, so I'm gonna have to do this with my garage open because apparently this stuff is pretty nasty when it comes to the vapors, and you don't want to be breathing that kind of junk in. I know I don't, so we're gonna do that so we get good ventilation. It also tells you to like don't do any of this by a spark, so another thing to consider. Looking at the brush and stuff, this is super like watery, so that's gonna get everywhere. So I went ahead and taped off the rim to make sure I don't get anything there, and then I'm going to use this spreader to kind of protect the tire as I go work my way around it, so that way I don't get a bunch of crap all along the tire either. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so here we go. Let's give it a run. Try to get as much of this off of the brush so I don't make a mess. All right, so let me kind of tilt you in there, see if you can see how it's coming. But essentially that's all I'm doing. So I'm gonna go ahead and work my way around and I'll bring you back. All right guys, sorry for the microphone difference sound. My mic decided to leave the chat, so it's charging, but I wanted to show you because I can't stop the process here. I got it all in there. I recommend, if you are not skilled with a paintbrush or a brush in general, do you take your time, prep, put something up, because you're going to get it all over the place. You look at my little card there, I got all over there, so it's on there. I got to remove this tape, let the clamps go, and then we flip this tire around and repeat the process. So pretty simple as far as that goes. It really is going to come down to how successful it is. All right guys, so I got the coat on both sides now. So now I just need to reseat the bead, which is always fun. It's like, I feel like Will Ferrell when he's putting those, or when he's doing the quality checks on the stupid jack-in-the-box things. Oh, I guess I gotta activate the air, huh? All right, so I'm gonna just take a quick look. It appears our bead is already nice and sealed. Stupid chuck isn't sticking on there well. Come on. Get on there. All right, so let's just take a quick visual on it. Looks good. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and let the air out. And then we'll put the valve stem back in and air it up one more time, and we'll check it for leaks. Fingers crossed, this was the solution. We'll see. So far, so good. So, if you know, I'm always looking for kind of bubbles to be forming. And with the bead leaks, man, sometimes they're like really small. So you have to let your water, your soapy water, sit for a little bit and see if you get any like little mountains of foam that come up. So like right now, this guy's got me a little worried right here. Yep, still got a bead leak right there. Now I just aired it up, so I'm gonna let hopefully the sealer do its thing. And that may potentially resolve that issue after it has an opportunity to dry, but we'll see. So I'm gonna flip this tire around. Let's see what the other side looks like. All right, side 2. And I'll tell you, the last time I checked this, from the point where I cleaned it and thought I had fixed it to me finding it bad again, it was leaking a bunch of little places. So I mean, for those of you guys that know a lot of stuff about tires, what the hell? That's all I gotta say. I don't understand how it could check good and then shortly after be bad. So I want to kind of get rid of the regular foam from the spraying, so that way if there is an air leak I can see. Yep, got another one right there. And another one here. Well, so either I got to do some touch up or this was a complete fail. Nice. All right, so clearly I've still got leaks, right? I'm gonna mark it. I got a white tire marker. I'm gonna mark it again and kind of see if I apply a little bit more, because it did say if you needed to apply a second coat. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark it specifically in the areas that are still leaking, and then kind of rerun through the whole process again, see what I get. I'll bring it back as soon as I get through that whole thing, so that I'm going to save you the time of having to watch me do the exact same thing over again. And I'll let you know what my results are. Let me jump into it. All right, guys, so this is it, round 2. What I did this time is I didn't necessarily break the bead. I just kind of like used the clamps to pull the tire back so I could access the area right between the rim and the tire, and I put a coat there. So we'll see. I don't know, man. Like I said, I don't know what I'm doing, guys, so I'm kind of winging it, man. I'm hoping this kind of works for me, because I'm at my wit's end, that's for sure, for dealing with the stupid leaks. All right, let's see. All right, so we're filled up. Moment of truth again. We're looking good, guys. Trying not to get super excited because I've fixed it before, right? Air quotes. And I've got more white chalk markings on my tire than like a parking. A meter maid's got it out for me, man. All the stupid leaks that I've had. This is really good, guys. I'm not seeing a single anything, any hint. I may have gotten it finally. All right, so this is only side 1 though. So let me flip this thing over. And maybe I did it wrong earlier. Maybe I just don't know what the hell the bead is. Just make sure. Hell yeah. Holy cow. It's been ridiculous. Alright guys, so I think this is the third time I've fixed this tire. This one seems very promising, especially because after the first coat, I immediately saw that there was bubbles coming out and I was being highly critical of it. I needed to be perfect. I'm not going to deal with having to put air in the tire every like 2 days or something like that. It looks like the first coat, I don't know if it's because I didn't put enough or maybe a placement, but this second coat, what I did is essentially use the clamps to kind of claw the tire back away from the rim, so I didn't break the bead per se, right? Kind of got in there and then used that spreader card to protect the tire, and then just kind of got my brush in there and brushed it along that. So for sure that area is making contact with the rim, and that seems to have done the trick. So I think we're good, finally. Well, I've got a lot of cleaning up to do on this wheel. It is dirty, dirty, dirty. I've let it go way too long, so I've got to, you know, hit it with some abrasive and really scrub down on it to bring it back to life. So I'm gonna get to that, and yeah, I hope, you know, the goal of this video, I don't know what I'm doing on this. It's my first time ever using that bead sealer stuff, so it seems like it works pretty darn good. So if you're having like this constant stupid bead leak, there's your alternative, as opposed to taking it to the shop. But maybe you're not close to a shop, so you're looking at options for yourself to do in your shed, your garage, whatever it is you got. And ultimately, don't give up, man. Like, I know I call myself hard-headed, and I am, but at the same time, I don't accept failure. I mean, you know what? You got to keep trying. There's always that opportunity. There's always that one thing you haven't thought of yet. So don't ever give up. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I hope I inspired you to do the same. And until my next video does post, I hope to see you in the win.